52-58. Number 1. Women's 400 prelims.
Braylon Baker, also part of the Duke Pan Relays Championship of America win in the 4x4 relay. Always a big deal.
From last year, this was won by Duke's Lauren Tolbert as well, 52 flat.
This was an event owned by Miami for a few years, with the Duke quarter milers have kind of taken over, but Bob running really well right now.
As expected, Bob and Baker here at heat number 1.
That's right. Bob and Baker, and now Tate of Miami getting in front of Baker.
Yeah, she was 11th at the LSU Invitational. Bob, Baker, and Tate in heat number 1.
Only first place is guaranteed to make the final. Baker better hurry.
Bob, then Tate, followed by Baker.
Bob runs 51-57, Tate 52 to 205.
This is heat number 2. As Norm stated, Taylor's been very, very successful in just his freshman campaign at Duke. Everton for Virginia Tech as well. Third at the Wake Forest invite at 46.90 in the 400.
Right now, the outside looking better with Steed and Kravitz. Kravitz of BC trying to take the lead. Now here comes Taylor of Duke. Kravitz and Taylor. And now Harrington. Taylor in the lead, Harrington on his inside.
Taylor, then Harrington, followed by Ricketts. It's going to be your 1, 2, 3 right there. Let's see if Ricketts can take second. Actually, I think he will.
Yes. Danzy can get into the 44s. Just needs to take 100th off to do that. And Danzy out well. Out on the outside, Robertson of Virginia Tech actually getting out first. But we're going to watch Danzy make up that stagger, as he's already just about done that. And he is now in the lead.
Danzy out in front. Robinson ran a 50-25 UNLV, but this will be Danzy. Football star, also track and field for Florida State. Out in front. Faye as well for North Carolina, running second right now.
Yes, and look at him.
With Faye in third.
Yeah, Faye's going to run a PB, I think.
Danzy, Faye, and Danzy.
Greenwood, a small town off I-70 between Indianapolis and Terre Haute.
Yeast out well. Geiser coming on.
Yeast and Geiser.
Yep, as expected.
Indoors and 1 outdoors.
All right, so heat number 1 is underway here in the 800. We also have Star Price. 6th last year for Virginia Tech, 16th. The NCAA meets in the 800s as well. Marston, Georgia Tech, 2nd, the Emory qualifier, back on 7th, 206.43.
Chebnigenich, Star Price, Butler, 1, 2, 3. Running in 4th, Iris Downs of Duke. 27-9, Chebnigenich. You think that would get a sub 2-minute time? I think it would.
I think so. 2nd of the 800 in indoors for Chebnigenich.
She looks incredibly good for going out in 27-9. My goodness, coming up on the 400. Let's get this split with the bell lap. Meanwhile, we see Ms. Butler moving into 2nd over Price.
Bell it is, Chebnigenich,
57-5.
Price, Butler as well for Virginia Tech. Chebnigenich, 3rd at the Tom Jones at 1:59.68.
Wow, less than 300 to go, and she's still looking smooth.
Butler, Price, Downs, 2 through 4. It is Chebnigenich on the backstretch here.
The 600 split will be interesting. See how much she's slowed down in the last 200. And she goes through in about 1:30, so she's still right at 2-minute pace.
Chebnigenich and Butler.
Remember, only the top 2 automatically qualify. So Butler is in an auto position. Star Price is going to want to get as close as possible.
Chebnigenich and Butler, followed by Star Price. Will you battle for 2nd for that AQ? Chebnigenich will be there, the defending champ.
And Chebnigenich right at 2:01. Butler running very fast as well. So does Star Price, and Downs probably PR. hands full with Nicholas Plant, though. Plant first came on at the outdoor meet 2 years ago when, as a freshman, he made the 800 final. That was back in Raleigh. Or was it Durham? I better not pin myself to those.
But he was 8th in Eugene.
He was
last year, too.
He was, and he won the ACC 800 indoors in that very interesting final that was interrupted by, I believe, a Virginia Tech photographer.
Do you remember? Okay.
But anyway, here we go. Here we go. And Kawhi and Plant, the ones to watch in lanes 4 and 5.
Leith as well was 7th last year, right side of your screen. It is Plants out in front at the start of this heat.
Riley Newport of Duke running 3rd off of Kawhi's shoulder, actually edging into 2nd. Riley Newport, a sophomore for Duke. His best, though, only 149.66.
And also part of that NCAA DMR team that finished 7th indoors at Virginia Beach. 3rd best ACC time coming into the 800. He is out in front right now.
Kawhi broke Teresa Roden's Clemson indoor school record earlier this year.
Bell Newport, Riley Newport of Duke, along with Plant.
Kawhi is ranked 3rd in the NCAA. Right now he's only 3rd in this heat. He needs to move up if he wants to keep going to the final.
I have to call Trotter's name as well, but he is on the outside on this backstretch. It is Plants.
And here comes Kawhi.
Newport and Kawhi. That's the move that we thought would happen, and Kawhi will take the lead.
And now it's Newport trying to fight off Florida State's Zach Trotter to get that 3rd position.
Kawhi and Plant closing into the final 100 here in heat number 2.
They might break
right there.
They might break 150. And looks like they will now. Kawhi really accelerating nicely. Plant looking back, comfortable as all heck. 148 best in the ACC 800. Looks like we have no lane 5, so Patrick Mulryan of Boston College not showing up at the line here.
Oh, the bubble time 149.77. Riley Newport of Duke holds that mark, and the 3rd heat is underway here in the 800 prelims.
149.77. Probably not a good chance of standing up to Jackson or Tui, but could be good enough. They still have to deal with Dylan DeCombra, though. Virginia Tech, he's around 147.89. And DeCombra is hip 4. We're watching there, hip 3, Rowan Kelly of Virginia Tech. DeCombra back in 4th place right now, but right behind Tui.
Kelly's a native of Randolph, New York, 3rd at the Virginia High Performance, a 149.87. It's Kelly Tui right now, Norman. I know you're focused on him too. He's in 3rd.
Yep, Tui running 3rd. And unlike the ACC indoor 800 final we're referring to, there wasn't much room. Plenty of room here with only 6 runners in the field.
So we got Kelly out in front, followed by his teammate Christian Jackson. He was terrific in the Wake Forest invite at 146.
On the final backstretch, though, Tui can't wait much longer because these 2 Virginia Tech Hokies up front going to get the auto cues, it looks like.
Remember that bubble time at 149.77 as well. Tui's in 3rd.
Slow time at 600.
Jackson in front, followed by Kelly. Here comes the move by Tui on this curve, closing in at the final 100. And watch Tui fly.
Tui to the outside.
He's jumped into 2nd right now.
Yes, he's got it. He looks over his shoulder. He's got a challenge from DeCombra, too. Tui in the 2nd. Your winner, of course, is going to be Jackson. Strong as it sometimes is at the ACCs. Quite the opposite of the 800s.
Napoleon, the 2023 New Balance High School National Champion as well. You also have Layla Robke, the 2nd best steeple time at 9:58.76 at the Brian Clay. Getting her master's in business administration. Louisville, 17th best steeple time in the country, coming in from Tulsa, where she started her career.
Roki now a senior. She took 8th indoors in the 3,000 and then 2nd in the 5,000. So good point production for Roki for the Cardinal on their home track this year at Louisville.
Massiarelli of North Carolina, another one. Third best steeple time, 10 flat, 13 at the Penn Relays from Northbridge, Massachusetts. Finished 7th.
Napoleon, though,
ACC indoors.
Napoleon right to the lead, going out in 41 seconds for the first half of a lap. It's not a precise split with the way the steeplechasers have a bigger race on his hands. He's not that dominant relative to what Napoleon did. And I don't think anybody is going to break an ACC record here. But, hey, there's points on the line. And for Virginia Tech, that's why Reimer's so important. This could be an event they score more points than we expected if Reimer can come through. We do expect Gardner to pull away in the last couple laps for the win. But right now, he's got a race on his hands with both Reimer and Singleton. And
Cameron Town on the outside here, Nora, the Indy native, out of Bournemouth Jesuit. And they terrific athletic program there.
About 6, you've got the wake athlete, Hunter Jones. And even Syracuse with a runner up there. That's Julian Frangen, who talked about before the race.
Town on that outside. So on the left side of your screen, number 4, top freshman time in the ACC, 43-44 at the Penn Relays.
Oh, there's a guy who gets trampled. Nasty fall. He got stepped on. He was flat on his face and he stepped on his back. That was 466. Number 466.
Billy Carlton.
Okay, Carlton.
Georgia Tech.
Tough break.
But